Hey guys, my name is Angelina and welcome to another video. Today I wanted to do a video on ranking romance book tropes because A, I've never done that, B, I love tier ranking. I just want to find out what I like and what I dislike and what kind of romance tropes there are really, because there are just so many and I've never really taken the time to go past like the classic tropes like enemy to lovers, friends to lovers, childhood friends to lovers. Like there's just so much out there that I never realized it until I opened one of these tier ranking thingies, the template that someone else has made. I took a look at it and I'm like, whoa, there's a lot that I don't immediately think of. I want to see how I would rank them and just like find out more about myself really, and see if anyone else out there feels the same way about these tropes. Then we can be best friends. just say it. And this was not a template made by me. The only thing I did is I added another tier and I like changed up the names, but the OG template has been made by _Mataurus33. Whoever you are, thank you. I did mess around a little bit with the template, so I hope you don't mind. Let's introduce you guys to the tiers I made. So up at the top we have Babe, you get a gold star, which is very self-explanatory. It's the stuff that I love. It's consistently never failed me, and obviously everything in here is personal preference. I don't expect you guys to completely agree with me, but if you do, be my best friend, like duh. Enough of me being cringe. Let's move on to the second tier. So the second tier I have is called Love You Like a Love Song. If you guys know that song by Selena Gomez. Like I love it, but it's not god tier, like gold star kind of thing yet. But I still do love it and I have a deep attachment to it. And then after that I have I Kinda Live You? Wait, what? Okay, this is embarrassing. It's supposed to be Love You. No, it's not even supposed to be oh my god. I Kinda Like You. Totally did not say live. I don't know what you're talking about. It totally said like the whole time. So I like you. I kind of like you. Okay, the vibe I was going for is when you're getting to know someone and you're kind of getting those butterflies and you're like, I kind of like you. Like, and then we have hit or miss. Very easy to understand. This trope could be a winner, and some days it just doesn't deliver. After that, we have gives me the ick. It makes me uncomfy, and I wouldn't voluntarily go out of my way to read books with this trope. Yeah. Last year we got straight to jail. Yeah, big fat no. That's why everything I wrote is in cap. I don't want to be associated with that. Let's get into it. First one you have is teacher-student relationship. I did not expect putting someone like right at the bottom. Yeah, that goes straight to jail. I can never be okay with that. I will actively avoid reading books with this trope. It not only gives me the ick, it's just like straight up like I will call the popo on you. I'm sorry. Okay, next we have fake dating. I'll put it in Love You Like a Love Song. I do really like fake dating. The forced proximity of it and just like wanting to be in those situations but also like not wanting to be in those situations. It's just entertaining, you know? And the two people in that situation are just like wrestling with their feelings while they're in it. Like they like it but also like don't touch me. I like the push and pull of that. Obviously sometimes it feels like it's overdone. That's when it's just like missing the mark. Otherwise, for the most part, this trope I'm cool with. Then sports romance. Full disclosure, I haven't read a whole lot of things with sports romance in them, but I did read the Raw Adult book. That was real good. I usually don't like things with like a lot of spice. I really thought it would be a hit or miss, but it was a hit. Kind of liked it, so I'm gonna put it in I kind of like you. Yeah, we're flirtatious right now. We're flirtatious with sports romances right now. Forced proximity. I don't know where exactly I want to put this, but I really do like it. Usually it goes hand in hand with fake dating. Okay, for right now I'm gonna put it in I kind of like you, but it's very likely it's gonna get promoted up to Love You Like a Love Song, but we'll see. Bad boy, good girl. I'm very underwhelmed by that, if you can't tell by my facial expressions. It could be a hit or it could be a miss. Like Bad Boy Good Girl is very like, it's giving rom-coms from like the 2000s. It was a very like common trope in movies from that era. It's kind of dated. I don't hate it. It can be interesting and it can be fun for sure, but the first Raw Adult book kind of fell in that category if you think about it, because Santi definitely had a bad boy persona that was very appealing, and then you had, I forget the girl's name, but she was like more of a goody-goody girl definitely, and but still the story was great. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it in hit or miss because sometimes this trope can be cringe, but that's just my opinion. Alright, mafia romances. Gives me the ick. I don't like mafia romances. I don't know, I find them really cringe. I've actually never read them, but when I think about mafia romances, the movie 365 Days comes to mind. And I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen so many people critique it on YouTube at this point, so it has definitely veered me away from getting acquainted with this genre. So I don't think I'll be trying it anytime soon. It's just that the idea of it gives me the ick. So, you know, the male protagonist is very much like domineering. That's the kind of vibe I get, which like I'm not entirely here for. It doesn't hit for me. Grumpy Sunshine. I would say I kind of like you. cute. Grumpy Sunshine can be really cute. Six of Crows, if you think about Matthias and Nina, they're very grumpy sunshine, you know? Sunshine and midnight rain. Bodyguard romance. I would say it's a hit or miss. I will say though, I haven't read a whole lot of bodyguard romances. It's just that, again, gives off the vibe of like a man who's like extremely domineering, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. But then again, I think it was the second book in the Twisted series that had a bodyguard romance. That was done really well. Mr. Reese, I respect what he did in that book, so I'm gonna put you in hit or miss because I haven't read a whole much, and just like the idea of it, for the most part, I don't vibe with it. But I did read one that was really good, and that's the second book in the Twisted series. So if you guys are interested, check it out. But I feel like most people have already read it, so if you guys have recs for really good bodyguard romances, let me know. Right person, wrong time. Gold star, baby. I love anything that's gonna make me sob, make me like be all up in my feels. That's the kind of vibe that I love. I love being sad because I am a masochist. Only One Bed gives me the ick. Only One Bed used to hit when I was younger. This is so embarrassing, but every time I would like read fan fiction and they would have this trope, I would like literally be giggly. Something's about to go down. Now I can see it from like 2,000 miles away. Like I know things are gonna get spicy, but then again, it's just, this trope has been way overused in my opinion, so it just doesn't hit anymore. It feels really cringy now. Growing up is not fun. I've lost the spark for so many things and it just hurts my heart. Love at First Sight. It definitely doesn't give me the ick, but it could be a hit or miss. It's just that with books, you want something that's gonna, you know, sustain your attention for the length of the book. And with Love at First Sight, it kind of dims that spark that the book could have. It kind of takes away from the potential of like living through a journey within the book. I know that's definitely can happen and it has happened to people in real life, but when it comes to reading romances in books, I kind of don't want it to be like a love at first sight thing. Or maybe like you could feel something for that person, but it doesn't come to fruition right away. It's not like two people feel the exact same magnetism immediately. Maybe one of them feels it and the other one kind of like is at base level, and the whole book you're like trying to get them both at the same level. Like maybe that could hit, but if it's like right off the get-go, you guys are all lovey-dovey, it's a miss. Love triangles. People are gonna hate me for this, but love triangles give me the ick. I don't like love triangles. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of love triangles, especially if you guys have been watching The Summer I Turned Pretty. The love triangle in it is just freaking frustrating. Molly Conklin, it can't defend you anymore. It's getting out of hand. This may surprise some people because I love season 2 of Bridgerton. Well, okay, I have a complicated relationship with the second season of Bridgerton. Like, I love the leads, but some of the side stories and the fact that they decided to introduce a love triangle with Edwina in it was just like, I didn't love it. The reason I loved the second season is because of the representation, the fact that the leads were just like, the chemistry between them was out of this world. It was intergalactic. For the most part, I don't like love triangles. I would say that the one time I did manage to get through a love triangle was in the Infernal Devices between Will, Tessa, and Jem. I felt like that was okay, but still, when it comes to every single love triangle, I feel like we all have a favorite and the other person is just there to create conflict. I don't know, I don't vibe with that. Especially if the conflict is between brothers or like siblings. I don't like that. It bothers me so much if like a person is coming between family members. I just like, no. Single parent. I haven't really read a whole lot of books with single parents. I think I'm gonna put this in hit or miss. I don't naturally gravitate towards this trope just because there are other tropes out there that are more interesting. And then friends to enemies to lovers. I don't think I've ever read something like that. That actually sounds really good. Do you guys have any recommendations? Please let me know. I think I'm gonna put it in Lovey Like a Love Song because I do love enemies to lovers. So if you go from friends to enemies to lovers, it sounds pretty intriguing, but I can't say I've read anything with that trope. Age gap. Straight to jail. It's just anything that involves grooming. It's just like, no, absolutely not. Accidental Pregnancy, again, straight to jail. It's not even a book, it's a movie that I watched with JLo. It's called The Backup Plan. That was a decent movie. Not me recalibrating what I'm about to say. It was an entertaining watch. I would recommend that. I feel like I only liked the movie because the guy in it was like 5. Otherwise, I don't think I've ever read a book with accidental pregnancy. Or maybe it was like a side trope thing, but I've never read something with the main trope where, you know, someone gets pregnant by accident. I'm gonna put it in jail. Or maybe I should give it in Gives Me the Ick, just because I don't like to read it, but it's not necessarily something that's like problematic. I think I'm gonna move it up. Yeah, okay. Bully romance, straight to jail. See, I like enemies to lovers, but when it's like getting problematic, if it's like overdoing it, that's when it kind of fits the bill for bully romance. That's just something that, no, I can't vibe with. Brother's best friend. That could be a hit or miss. It's just that I don't like things that involve like coming between family and like siblings. Like if it's like a romantic entanglement that like disrupts the family dynamic for someone else. I don't enjoy that really, but if it's done well, I think I could support that, but otherwise it doesn't quite hit for me. Friends with benefits to lovers. nice. I do like that, but I can't think of any book that has that. The only Friends with Benefits book that I've read is probably Ugly Love. I did like that. In general, this trope could be good. I feel like it would hit, but the book I have read with this trope didn't hit. I don't know, my intuition is saying that I would like it. Next one, workplace romance. Love You Like a Love Song. I say this as someone whose favorite rom-com as a kid was The Proposal with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds. And I also love The Hating Game by Sally Thorne, which also got adapted. And that's very much up my alley, so I'm gonna put it in Love You Like a Love Song. Enemies to Lovers. Classic going to the top because I am an Enemies to Lovers aficionado. Like ever since I was a kid, just every single couple I've been obsessed with through my adolescence to my adulthood, they've all been Enemies to Lovers couples. Like I remember being a kid watching the Disney Channel, being absolutely obsessed with Chad and Sunny from Sunny with a Chance just because their banter was just like gold. Right now, you know, at 24, I love Bridgerton and I love Anthony and Kate's dynamic in season 2. Enemies to Lovers is just so juicy. Can't get over it. It's been a gold star trope for me for as long as I can remember. Like when it comes to romances, and I mean peak romances that I've loved over the years, it's always been Enemies to Lovers, so that's immediately at the top. Strangers to Lovers. I think I'm gonna say I Kinda Like You. Strangers to Lovers, I feel like most romances would fit that bill. If you like meet someone on a holiday trip or something like that, I would say I kind of like you. Like I'm kind of flirting with that idea, but it's not something that I love. Childhood Friends to Lovers, immediately gold star. Love that. Love Childhood Friends to Lovers because it's just a love story over a long period of time. It always hits. One I could think of is The Stationery Shop, which is a culmination of Friends to Lovers and also Right Person Wrong Time, so it's like a perfect conjunction of two tropes that I love. That's why Friends to Lovers, Childhood Friends to Lovers is going up at the top because I love it. Slow Burn, immediately at the top, gold stars all around. Definitely can edge from Six of Crows, the ultimate slow burn ship, the greatest slow burn ship of all time. It's good when you feel like you're intruding on like a moment for two characters, you know, like if you read it and you're like, oh, I shouldn't be here. Like, that's when the slow burn really hits. One of Us is Famous. It could hit, it could miss, I feel like. I recently read, not too long ago, it's called When in Rome. It was I feel like most people hyped it up too much, or maybe because most people hyped it up too much, I had unrealistic expectations for the book, but it's a cute romance and I feel like it could hit, it could miss. There's a lot of uncertainty with this trope for me, I feel like, so I'm gonna put this in hit or miss. Then I have I Hate Everyone in the World But You. It feels very Grumpy Sunshine, but this particular trope could hit or miss for me. I don't like people who are like unnecessarily rude to people in their periphery. It's not a nice thing to do, but then again, when they're being sweet and letting their guard down for that one person that they are starting to grow feelings for, that's when it hits. I have mixed feelings about it, that's why I'm gonna put it in the middle tier. Right Person Not Enough Time. Oh my god, definitely a gold star. It eats at your heart, like it stomps on your heart, it will like break it. This is my heart. It will break it, make you miserable, but at the end you just like cry your eyes out just because you feel the weight of the emotions, and just the love story hits different. I don't think Titanic would have had the same impact it had it not have Jack die in the end. Like think about it. The next trope, Friends to Lovers. I'm gonna put it in I Kinda Like You. Friends to Lovers is cute, but as someone who likes the element of like having a conflict in there and having like banter back and forth between two people, I mean, I feel like Friends to Lovers can also have banter, but when they're enemies, it's got that extra bit of kick to it, you know? It's just like a little bit spicier, but Friends to Lovers is great. Good Boy, Bad Girl. I'm also gonna put it in hit or miss. It's like similar to Bad Boy, Good Girl. It could go either way, I feel like, but I will be honest, I haven't really exposed myself to books that have this trope a whole lot, so I can't really form an opinion, so I'm gonna go in the neutral territory for it. I'm gonna say it could hit or it could miss, but it's not a trope that I automatically go for. You guys can tell at this point I like sad things that have a slow burn in them, and it's even better if it's Enemies to Lovers. That is the trifecta for me. But yeah, this is all of it. Nah, I'm gonna stick with it. Yeah, that's fine. This has been a really fun video, and thank you for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe down there, and I will catch you guys in a new video very, very soon. Bye! No.